It's tea time with Uncle 12. Let me go grab my cup.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tea Time with Uncle Twirl, where what's in your mug is your business. I'm your host, Uncle Twirl. Today, we are on location at the beautiful Click Pop Studios. Please check them out at clickpopstudio.com for all your branding and visual marketing needs. I'm so excited. I have a very special guest in studio today. The Empress of Energy Reads, the Tarot Temptress, founder of Arcana ATL. Sydney Rich is in the building.
Hey.
Yes. Before we get into intros, I kind of wanted to let you guys know this episode, the intention behind it is to kind of dispel some of the skepticism or fear some people have around like readings or people with spiritual gifts. And I know there's a lot of you who are curious like me about that subject matter. And so I'm so grateful that you have agreed to come on today and, kind of enlighten us, illuminate us on tarot readings and people with spiritual gifts. So how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful.
Yes, we love to see your braids are popping. The fit is fitting.
Thanks.
I told her when she came in studio, I was like, girl, I see you got the ripped jean memo.
I did.
Yeah, it's giving. So before we get into the read and the interview portion, I figured we could play a few games.
Yay.
So this is basically like our sip or spill. So I'm going to give you rapid fire, pick one or scenarios.
Okay.
If you don't want to answer, you can sip.
Okay.
And if you do, spill the tea.
Okay.
Okay. So first up, let's see. I know you're from Atlanta, so flats or drums?
Flats.
Very good. Shag, marry, kill. Candyman, Michael Myers, Jason.
Oh my God. Okay. Shag, marry, kill. I'm gonna have to marry Michael Myers.
For sure.
He's my fave.
He got a strong.
Shag, Candyman.
Yeah, for sure. He could sting me.
Yeah, indeed. And then we're killing
Jason.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I can't
it's
swim.
A little boring.
Yeah, I also can't swim. I won't be jumping in the lake with you. It's not giving. Best zodiac sign.
Oh my gosh. Well, obviously Virgo.
Hello.
But if I'm being honest, I really do love Scorpios.
Scorpio. Shout out to the Scorpios. It's Scorpio season.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Worst zodiac sign.
Okay. This is putting me on the spot. It's not the worst.
Okay.
It's just not my favorite.
Right. We still love you.
Yes, absolutely. But I don't have Sagittarius.
I've dated several, and y'all know how I feel about you. Okay.
But I love everyone. But
yeah.
that's my most, I would say, challenging.
That's a good word.
Yes.
You're challenging. Universal Studios or Disney World?
Universal Studios.
Yes.
I'm obsessed.
Oh my! I go like twice a year.
Yes.
I had to get a season pass. It was ridiculous.
No, I need one.
Oh my God! What's your favorite ride?
Oh my God! So the Mummy Classic.
And I don't even like roller coasters. Legit, I have to get on it.
Yes.
I was so sad it was shut down the last time I came because we're like
bummer.
maintenance.
Bummer.
Raggedy.
Yeah.
Okay. We love it. Absol or Drake?
Absol.
Hello. I know that's your guy.
Yes.
Go-to cocktail?
I'm a little boring these days. It's Tito's and soda.
It's good.
Yeah.
Tito's goes with everything.
You know?
I know your nails always be on fleek. You always got your nails on. Are you an SNS or gel?
Gel X.
Gel X. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Skate Town or Cascade?
Cascade.
Yeah. Skate Town, we love you, but you're a little dangerous. Okay. Yay! Okay, so that was our sip or spill. Look, you didn't have to sip anything.
No,
you like got through it quickly. Okay.
It's the Virgo in me.
Yeah, you were like, I can do this. Okay, so the next game we're going to play is What's in the Bag. So essentially, we have a bag. It has 2 items in it. I'm going to reach in the bag. I'm going to hold one item, okay?
Okay.
And then you're going to tell me, just try to describe it. Like, is it round? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it remind you of? And then I'm going to pull it out and let's see how close we got.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. Let's see. We ain't never done this before. Don't try this at home. Okay. Okay, I'm holding the first item. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna close my eyes. Let me align my chakras. You is kind, you is smart, you is important. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to give you ask questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it hard?
It is.
Okay. Is it smooth?
It is.
Does it feel? Is it like large?
It's not that large.
Okay. Does it feel like it's one piece?
It is one piece.
Okay.
Girl, you are good.
Okay. And so I'm supposed to guess what this could
No.
potentially be.
And then I'm gonna peel it. You're just like trying to like decipher like what you think it is. I mean, you're doing good. Whenever you want to stop guessing, I'm gonna pull it out.
Okay. For some reason, I feel like there's something coming in my head, but yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Okay.
Smooth, smaller,
Yes.
one piece.
Yes. You said hard.
Hard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to pull it out.
Okay.
Y'all, it's Palo Santo. It legit is small, smooth.
It's not that smooth though.
It's kind of, look, feel this one. They must have shaved it down.
Oh, it is smooth.
Yeah, so smooth. That's why I was like, when you said that, I was like, yeah, it is. Look.
Interesting.
I'm impressed.
Okay.
Now I'm going to hold on to the second object. Hold on, Jeff. All right, I'm holding on to it. I line my chakras, so you're a bad bitch. Okay, here I am.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this one small, but like medium?
It is medium.
Okay. Is it circular?
It is circular. Y'all, hold on.
Okay. Is it smooth?
It is smooth.
Does it feel like it's one piece or like something that might open?
It does open.
Okay.
Y'all, I'm about to scream.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Y'all, it's a candle. Yo, legit. You open, it's medium, it's smooth. Sydney, girl, I'm quite impressed. I'd have been like, is it yellow? Did my ex send it to you? Thank you so much. Okay.
Cool, that was fun.
No, that was fun. Okay. The last game we're gonna play is basically like let's see how aligned we are, linked we are.
Okay.
So I'm gonna count to 3 and then we're both gonna say a word. Okay?
Okay.
And when we say that word, it doesn't have to be the same word. Then the next word, I'm gonna count to 3 again. We're gonna try to get closer and closer to saying the same word based on the connection between the words we're saying.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do a trial run. So I'm gonna count to 3 and we'll both just say a word, just whatever comes to your mind. Okay, let me think. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Moon.
T. Okay. So now we're gonna try to get T and moon closer together. Like a word that what do these two things have in common?
Okay.
Okay. T and moon. T and moon. Okay, I'm gonna count down. You ready?
The word I have is weird.
Look, I'm into it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ritual.
I was gonna say warm.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, warm ritual.
That's great.
Right?
Wow. That's really good.
I'm trying to look with our powers combined. Okay. Warm and ritual. Okay, let me think. Okay, I got one. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Cozy.
Candle. Okay, we're getting close. We're in the sea.
Yeah.
Cozy candle.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try. Okay, one more time.
And candles are cozy.
Hello.
Yeah.
The candle vibe is okay. And I'm gonna do it again. Cozy candle. Cozy candle. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Fall.
I was gonna say intentions.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Originally, I was gonna say Mariah Carey, but you know she didn't sponsor this. Okay, let's try it. Let's start over again.
Okay.
So 2 new words. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Let me think.
I see where you're going though.
Okay, I have one. 1, 2, 3.
Light.
Nails. You said light?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like that. Light nails. Okay.
Nails is good.
Light nails. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Pretty.
Gel. Okay. Pretty gel. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Stylish.
Girl.
I like that. A stylish girl.
Stylish girl.
Okay, let's try one more time.
Oh,
1.
God, I'm scared.
Don't be scared. This is a safe space. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Fashion.
I was gonna say fashionista. Oh my God.
We
girl.
did it.
Yes. I'm so impressed.
Wow.
Okay, look, we killed it. We're here.
That was exciting.
Right? Okay, so now before we move into the interview portion, because I want to talk more about your business and whatnot, do you want to do the reading?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to roll our table in here. Honey, she's got a skirt, honey. Do you want it this way or turn it the other way?
This is good.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
y'all,
I
I'm
do
excited.
have 2 decks, but
Okay.
I know this is for to enlighten people.
Yes.
So I will use the light seers.
Okay, okay.
I did bring my zombie tarot, but I don't
Love
want to overly,
I love a
I want
zombie.
to jump the gun there. But the light seers is a classic deck.
Okay.
It's very modern though. So
Okay. And I've never done this before, y'all. I'm excited and nervous, but I'm here.
yes. Okay. So just take a deep breath for me. And typically, I know your name is Warren.
Yes.
So that's really all I need.
Okay.
So I'm just going to shuffle. And then I'm asking Spirit, so God, Source, the universe, however you see that amazing energy. What does Warren need to know? So you have the 4 of Wands,
Okay.
the 2 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles reverse. And then I have the 3 of Swords that's crossing. So I typically pull 3 cards. This is like a basic pull. I don't use the location. So you might, traditionally, this is past, present, future.
Okay.
But I don't read it like that.
Okay.
But so first and foremost, the 4 of Wands, I'll just start there. This has a lot to do with something that you have created or that you have, you're spiritually, because Wands is like our spirit. So what lights us up, what inspires us, what makes us feel alive.
Right.
Something that you're wanting to work to stabilize. And I see that it might right now be a little unstable or there might be some type of transition or something that is happening because the Ace of Pentacles is here, which typically talks about stability and like new beginnings, but it's reversed. So reading it with the 4 of Wands, it could have been something that was really fun for you or close to your heart or who you were as a person, and there's something that kind of like came in and shifted that. So there's some like reestablishing that stability and like grounding. So right now you might be in between and trying to like kind of like reestablish something is what it feels like. Because with the 2 of Wands, this talks about like a plan.
Okay.
And so it could have been like you were in a collaboration or a team with someone, but something could have happened where it just maybe you guys had to like go your separate ways.
I'm about to scream.
Because with the 2 of Wands, a lot of times it has to do with like leaving something and going like forward.
Yes.
In order to do that, the plan might have to change. 2 people might not be on the same page. And with the 3 of Swords, it could very well have been like very difficult, painful, frustrating, disappointing, anything that just feels like this is a really kind of intense card. So you don't have to go that deep, but it wasn't fun.
Right.
And yeah, I definitely think it was something that was, whatever this is, it was like a group, a soul tribe, a community of sorts. And so there has to be some like reestablishing what that looks like for you moving forward in terms of career, and like how you're going to grow that career for yourself now or reestablishing that.
It's kind of crazy how spot on that is. Like when you first started, I was like, what's happening? Wow. Thank you for that.
Yes.
I'm gagged. I'm gagged, guys. I was like, she knows my business. Well, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Child. Okay.
Okay. Word.
All right. So let me pull up my questions, child. Because now I'm gagged. I don't know where to start. Okay. Here's a perfect start. Let's talk origin stories. Let's talk where you're from, where were you born, favorite childhood memory.
Okay, so I'm from Georgia.
Okay.
I went to college in Atlanta, so now I just say Atlanta, but I'm technically from Ackworth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
near
north.
Kennesaw, that area.
So that was where I was born, where I'm from. Yeah. My favorite childhood memory, I loved Halloween.
That same.
Yes.
I'm a big Halloween person.
And so like every year just getting my costume and my mom was always like, And it's funny because I'm always like, you loved Halloween. She was like, no, you loved Halloween. And I was like, but you had to love it for me to love it.
Hello.
You know? But it's funny. So I just remember just being able to be as extreme as I wanted to. And she would just go along with whoever I wanted to be, which was usually in the realm of something witchy or something, now that I'm looking back. But yeah, I loved Halloween. It was always so fun. And trick-or-treating in the neighborhood that I was in, it was just fun. And my best friend lived next door to me, and we had a little path that we would meet each other on.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, childhood was fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me the first time that you or someone close to you realized you had a gift?
It was more recent. So she's still kicking. She's like 98.
Come on, 98.
7. But she's like, a great cousin. I don't know, I don't know specifics. I think great cousin would be the right word. But we went to visit her in DC a while ago. I think it was 2015.
Okay.
And she had just came up to me and she was just like, you're gifted, right? And I was like, no. But like, if you're telling me, then I'm like, okay.
I
So,
receive that.
Yeah, receive it. Because she's, we don't, like, that's not something that's been like just a colloquial in my family or anything. So for her to say that, it was like very like, huh. And then I told my mom, because I was like, I told you.
No
like
facts.
basically like if she picked up on it, then
it's real.
So that was like 2015, and it was random, and she was just told me like, you're gifted, right? And I was like, I didn't know, but now I do. Yes.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Look, someone come up to me and let me know. Sheesh. So I know you consider yourself an intuitive empath,
yes,
and not a medium. Can you explain the differences between the two, and have you ever had any mediumship experiences?
So intuitive empath to me is we're all that, if we're being honest. But that's what feels most natural. So intuition is just your knowing, your feeling, your senses giving you some type of information that isn't present, right?
Right.
So your intuition is connected to your senses. So each sense we know we can see, we can smell, we can hear, we can touch, we can feel. We have all those psychically too. And so that's kind of your intuitive self kind of gets those messages from your different senses. And so that's like a gut feeling. That would be like when people talk about being an empath.
Staying away from those Sagittariuses.
You have like a feeling,
right?
And so that is technically called being clairsentient. And so you have a feeling that like, I had a feeling that I should turn down this road or whatever.
Right.
So that's the intuitive part. It's like how you're receiving these messages from non-physical space, right?
Gotcha.
Like, or you might be clairvoyant, you see things, your dreams are really vivid. And then the empath part, like I just spoke about, is just like the emotional connection to things. So I'm able to read energy. Energy has a lot to do with feeling. So intuitive empath. I'm intuitively, so I'm picking up on the energy of people, places, things, if that comes up. But yeah, so I read it, I look at it that way. So I'm just feeling into situations and people, I'm feeling the energies. So I hope that explained it.
No, that was beautiful.
Okay. It seemed a little all over the place, but I hope
we
the information
were with
was
you.
there. Okay.
We with her. Okay.
And then medium is not an intuitive empath, but mediumship is specifically speaking about being able to communicate with spirit that has passed on or transitioned.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's the I see dead people.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So with that, you could be a medium who intuitively sees, hears, feels. So you can take all those psychic senses and apply it to the spirit world.
Gotcha.
So you might see spirit, you might feel spirit, you might smell spirit. So all of that. But that would be, that's what a medium is.
A medium is. Gotcha. Have you ever had any experiences like that?
I have.
Okay.
And so it's not, it's always been through other people. So if I'm reading for someone, so sometimes people will specifically ask me about someone that's transitioned. And so that's typically when that has come through. One time, which was interesting, we do meditation. So we started them virtually. We still do them virtually, but we started them during the pandemic, and we were just, we were all online. And I used to like just write things down that would come to me. And I was writing something down, and I was, and I shared it, and it was like I got this feeling about somebody's, I think it was like a male, it's like a male in a house, and something about a house and whatever. So I like just said this, like, I was like, yeah, I just got this information. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. And then like later, someone someone that was online, they like connected with me, and they're like, oh my God, I was literally just talking about like what to do with this property that such and such owns.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, well, I guess that message was for you.
That's what came through.
Yeah. So it'll be like random stuff like that, but
Gotcha.
Nothing like a ghost in my room.
Right.
One thing that was really cool, I will say, not a ghost in my room, but some type of presence. And this is the thing, like spirit is here to help us. Right. So I just moved into the house that I'm in now about a year ago now, and I was rushing, and I had already gotten to the car, but then I realized, oh, I already left. And I was like, oh man, I left my computer. So I came back in the house, I grabbed my computer, and when I went to go close the door, it wouldn't close. And I was like, it's weird. So I went and looked, and the lock was like out. So when you try to close it, it had stopped.
It was stopping it, right.
And so I was like, that's weird. And it wasn't turned. So I was like, and I just pushed it back in and closed the door. As soon as I closed the door, I was like, my keys. They're in the house.
They're in the house. Yo.
And so that was spirit, like,
hey girl, you need your keys.
Yeah, check to see if you have your keys. So that's how intuition always works. But a lot of times we don't pay attention to it. We ignore it. And then we realize, oh, that's that thought that came in my head.
Right.
If I would have just listened then it would have.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Look, moral of the story, y'all, pay attention to those feelings, that intuition, that gut sense. And I'm glad that you broke it down like it's not like a ghost in my room. I'm also glad I don't have that gift because I can't handle it. Look, ancestors, I love y'all.
And you can tell them. Like I told Spirit a long time ago, like I don't want to see anything.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like I'm not into it.
No,
I'm not open to it.
I don't want to see.
No, because then I'm gonna be a spirit. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Okay, and I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. It's not my time. Has your gift ever scared you, or have you ever seen anything that scared you? I know we talked about like entities before, but like, you know, when you first started tapping into it, was it something that was like uncomfortable for you?
Honestly, no.
Okay, good.
What was weird, I didn't say that it scared me, but what was weird and what got me into tarot was the first day that I bought my deck, which that was very random. I just one day felt to go buy it.
That intuition, like for real, yeah.
So when I got it and I went to my parents' house, and it was the first time I ever like played with them. I didn't know anything about them. And I pulled the dreaded death card that everyone's scared of. And I was like, okay. And then I just, went about. And then next thing you know, I'm having a conversation with my mom. And she's like, we're going to have to go see your grandfather. He's about to pass.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was like, I just pulled that card.
Right.
And like,
trippy.
What? Yeah. So that was my like, oh, there's something to this.
Right. There's okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think are like the primary myths or misconceptions around people who are tarot readers or have spiritual gifts? Like if you could give us a top 3 or top to 5.
That I worship the devil.
Hello.
That I'm always reading people's energy. That we are like it, like that it's always, that's a big one. It's not always on.
Right.
Like
right.
It is, but it's not.
Right.
The devil thing is a huge one. I'd also say that maybe that like we're like, to be spiritual, there's like a certain way you have to live or exist.
Like I have to be a monk,
right? Or how you dress or whatever. Like it's a certain
there's a look, vibe,
yes. Right? I would say those are the biggest. So how you look, how you like express yourself. The devil is not anywhere near my life.
Okay, hello.
And that another one that it has to be separated from your like belief system.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to ask you about that. Next, I was going to say, do you consider yourself religious? Do you feel like you can be religious and also use medium or like tarot services? Because I know sometimes there's a big separation between, to your point earlier, a lot of people feel like it's of the devil, it's dark, black magic. And I'm like, I don't necessarily believe that, right? I'm like, especially because what we know of like when, our ancestors were brought here, we weren't Christians. That wasn't the original faith. And so I don't necessarily believe that just because you are unfamiliar with something that it's always evil.
Right.
And so are you religious? Do you believe like you can be like both can exist?
Absolutely. Yeah. They can both exist. I do not consider myself a religious person. I don't ascribe to a religion. But that's my personal decision based off just like knowledge of the fact that I can see and pull from all religions. Right. Because they all have, to be honest, the tenets are the same. The point is the same in all of them. Right. And I just don't want to say, to me, it's confining. It's restrictive. It's confining, and that's not how I am. I'm just like I need space. So, but no, I grew up in a Christian household, and so obviously I'm from the South,
right? Like most of us, right?
Exactly. But it wasn't. Although like we were in that space, I have a big family, and I'm the youngest. I've always seen my siblings be very open-minded in how they believe or what they don't believe, and we were able to be ourselves always.
I love that.
So it didn't feel like I had to like ascribe to Christianity or I was a bad person.
Right. It wasn't something that like was like mandated in your household. Right. Right. No, I get that. I definitely, my mom was Kojic, my dad was Methodist, and we, like most people in the South, like people growing up, we were always at church. And I remember when I started to kind of pull away, as you like get older, you start to learn about different things. You kind of see how organized religion is like a tool. And so to your point, I'm not super religious. I would say I'm more spiritual.
Right.
But yeah, I
would say that like spirituality is the neighborhood and then religion are the houses in that neighborhood. So you're all in that neighborhood. Yes. But your house is different, meaning your rules in that house are different.
Because to your point earlier, like so many of the tenets are the same. Like some of the stories are similar. Exactly. So many of the principles, like the golden rule, treat people like you want to be treated, like stuff like that. Yeah.
And then when you think about it, like you have monotheistic religions and then you have polytheistic religions. And I find value in all of that, like, because there's all like, I think it's cool to think about the idea that there's a God for the moon and the sun and, all these things, or just to like take the God out and just look at the world that we're in and see that as spirit. Right. Facts. I think you can be more creative with it than we allow ourselves to be.
I love that. So I know we have kind of been talking about this. So, in our community, there is a lot of skepticism or fear around tarot readers, the spiritual plane. Why do you think that is? What do you think is like maybe the primary reason?
Hollywood, media. Hello. Because everything that everyone ever sees, which is what everyone says to me, is like, well, when they're on the movies or when I see them on TV or like Miss Cleo.
Right, girl.
Yeah, so it's always been like something that's been, it started as literally a game. Like tarot started as a game back in the day. So yeah, it was a game. Then it kind of, then it has transformed. But because it's mysterious, arcana means mysteries and secrets. So because and the tarot is split into the major and minor arcana. Okay. So because there is this mystery behind it, and you are tapping into something that you can't prove or see, that's people get scared.
Right.
And so when you're fearful of something, you demonize it. And that's just all that's happened here.
Right.
And that's what goes way back to, you know, Salem witch trials and all that. Like, if someone has some type of power, then you want to put a lid on it.
Yes.
And you want to freak people out.
Yes.
And so when it comes down to it, it's a very it's the patriarch, it's white supremacy that has gotten us to this place of being fearful of our own personal power and why this world is so like scary. Because if people knew that they had that power within themselves, then we don't need external people to show us the way.
Facts. And delineation of power is terrifying for the people in control, right?
Exactly.
Like, it's like, if y'all start doing your own thing, honey, how we gonna stay in control?
There you go.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Okay. Okay, very curious about this. What are some of the most common questions people ask you? Has anyone ever asked you something that caught you off guard or surprised you? Anything that was like, that's peculiar, but I got you.
Everything is about love and money.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay, got it.
Everybody's question is about love or money. Even if they think it's not, it comes back to those two things. So love, money, and purpose is usually what people are asking. I actually just recently got asked a question that it did kind of catch me off guard because it was about money, but it was just about a scenario that they were in and just wanting to basically know if they were going to be justified by their action, like this help that they did. So sometimes it's not necessarily what they're asking, but like the importance to them. I can see how important it is, and so it gets pretty like, okay, this is a big deal, I have to kind of really be mindful of the reading, but also always be honest.
Right.
So yeah, no one's asked me anything too crazy, but I have had questions that are like, oh, this is really serious.
Yes.
And so like, as I approach that, it kind of shifts my way of doing the reading. I work on an app, and those are just insane questions. So when I get those questions, like my least favorite question is like, when am I going to meet my soulmate, and who are they?
You're like,
I don't know.
I don't know, baby.
I have no idea.
Baby, I don't know.
You know,
let me tell you, if you could do that, Rich.
Right.
Okay.
If anyone could do that.
Let me tell you, he's the one.
So yeah, those are like, oh my God, I don't know.
You're like, let me consult the cards and let me see what
I can read, and that's what I always tell them. I say I can read the energy around this situation, but I cannot tell you specifics because I am not God. I have no idea.
Hello.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't call Tyrone back. I'm not gonna do that then. That's fine. So something when I have other guests on the show, before they leave questions for people to ask that I interview. So Tim Smith was on the show. And his question for the next person was, what's something that you believed when you were younger that you no longer believe?
Okay. What's something that I believed when I was younger that I no longer believe? That is interesting. That is interesting because I'm like, I feel like I went backwards. I feel like the things that I believed when I was younger, now I believe them even more because I went back to the essence of myself, and that's kind of what spirituality does. And the tarot is the journey of your soul. And a lot of it has to do with understanding that innocent, childlike wonder is what we're all needing to recapture as we're evolving and growing to be in alignment with our higher self. So I think it's mainly more understanding that a lot of the feelings and a lot of the interests and a lot of the things that I loved when I was younger was an indicator of who I was to become.
That's a word.
Yeah.
I'm about to shout. Okay. Final question. Give me a question to ask the next person that I interview.
Okay. Have you ever gotten a tarot reading?
I love that.
And if not, why not?
Hello, why not? Also, okay, before you get out of here, because I want people to get your information, can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Yes.
Yes.
So Arcana ATL is my business.
Hey.
She's born from the pandemic, but I've been reading tarot as of this past July, 10 years.
Wow.
So I've been doing it, but I created the business around, obviously, the circumstances that we were all in.
Right. So you're not new to this. You're true to this.
Yes.
Okay.
And so it's along with my business partner, the psychic yogi, Keisha Lee. I found her through going through women's meditations at Phoenix and Dragon Bookstore, which is in Sandy Springs. And so we connected. She is a Reiki master teacher. She's obviously psychic, a yogi. She's awesome. She's my mentor.
Okay.
And so we kind of connected to create a spiritual community because we're both from Atlanta.
Right.
We're both very free and fun, and we are not your traditional, like what you would think of when you think of like spirituality, I think.
Right.
Because we're just like everybody else.
No, facts.
Right?
Yeah.
And so my goal was to make it more grounded, spirituality to feel more encompassing, so you didn't have to feel like you had to do all these things or be this type of way. And we're very much so in the same speed with that. So we created the community just to give people space to learn themselves. So obviously I do tarot. We do meditations. So we do full moon, new moon meditations. And then we do something that we created called Astro Reiki, which is really cool. It's my favorite, where we talk about the new astrological season that we're going into.
Okay.
And then she does a distance Reiki, which is awesome. So Reiki is just energy healing.
Look, I'm going to need some.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is Arcana. I love it. And so from there, we'll be at the Protect Your Energy conference in November.
Okay.
So I do a lot of vending. Which is super fun, and I love it. And you can always book a reading with me on my website, which is experiencearcana.com.
Okay, y'all, make sure y'all book her. And if the people want to reach out to you, if they want to DM you, if they have questions, where can they reach out to you?
Yep, so it's arcana.atl on Instagram. Like I said, the website is experiencearcana.com. And yeah, feel free to DM me. But if you want a reading, you can book it.
Yes, book her.
That's what I'll direct you to.
Okay. Go to the website, y'all. Don't be DMing her, hey, girl, I saw you. No, hit my website.
Yes. And like everyone says in the community now, like no real reader is ever going to ask to randomly read for you. That is a scam.
Okay. Look, don't get scammed out, y'all.
No.
It's Atlanta. The scammers, they out here. Shout out to y'all. Stop doing that shit. If you want to reach out to me, you can hit me up at teatimewithtwirl@gmail.com. You can also follow me on all socials at Uncle Twirl. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can get updates for new episodes when they drop. Sydney Rich, thank you so much. This has been so informative. I really appreciated it. You definitely, look, you gave me some stuff to think about, okay? Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. It was super fun.
And like I always tell y'all, feel free to spill the tea, but don't be messy. Bye.